Welcome to a wet, cold and windy Yellowstone National Park. I've just passed through the gate. It's about 2 degrees and it's really wet, but it doesn't matter because we're in Yellowstone National Park. What is that about? 15 miles to the first camp and then we're staying there for the night because it's absolutely pissing down. Now I will highlight that I came in through the west entrance, which is the most popular, the most busy. There's a lot of cars on the road, even despite it being like 4 in the afternoon, there's a heap of traffic. But yeah, so far I'm on the absolute prowl and I've not seen anything. It's like Pop World at 2 AM. Just cycling along the Madison River, just over there, if you can see. Wow, look at that, stunning. That's where we're going, right over there, through that canyon. Okay, so unfortunately nothing but a couple of ducks. We've just got to the campground, Madison campground. Right, I've set up my camp. I've had to like wipe the bottom of my tent with my towel. Look how filthy it is inside. Like there's just, it's just really dirty because it's been raining the last like 4 or 5 days. What my life has come to. We're back on the road, as you can see. Today is day 3. Yesterday, absolute write-off. Rained all day, didn't leave the campsite. Alright, first stop. We're at Gibbon Falls, big waterfall. That's pretty big actually. It looks good. It's a nice spot this. Not that many people stopped. Alright guys, we just arrived at the Norris Geyser Basin. Like a little hot tub. But look at the size of this guy. It's huge, just smoke coming up all over the place. While I'm walking around, I'm just going to rattle off some information for you. So this geyser is the hottest in Yellowstone National Park, and most of the water is at boiling point around 93 degrees given Yellowstone's elevation. It's also been measured at 237 degrees, 326 meters below the surface, the highest underground temperature recorded in Yellowstone. It's also the oldest geothermal area in the park, estimated to be around 115,000 years old. And although I didn't get to see it, it does have the tallest active geyser, which is able to erupt to a height of between 91 and 122 meters into the air. That's why when you're in the car park, there's signs for warnings of hot water. If you're wondering why there's so many different colours in the water, these are caused by microorganisms and bacteria which live in the water, and they react at different temperatures. So depending on how hot the temperature is, depends on what colour the water comes back at. That being said, the blue water is usually the hottest and the clearest, because there's very few microorganisms living in these extremely hot springs, so the blue colour comes from pure water. So far I've still not seen any wildlife, which is a little bit disappointing. But I'm hoping that's all going to change. So what was I saying just 2 minutes ago? Looking for wildlife. Just over there, got a huge bison. Oh my god, it's massive. What a big geezer. Look at the size of this man. Finally got to see the bison. Fucking hell, big boy. Right guys, we've just arrived at Canyon Village, which is like an area, there's like a campground here where I'm gonna stay tonight. They have like dedicated hiker-biker spots. Costs like $11 if you want a push rod. This is it basically. It's just like small little camp spots for people on push rods. Okay, so around here it's fairly actually built up. There's like a pizza place, a grill, plenty of stuff going on. I went to the guest services at our campsite, waste of time. They only had one map left. I was like, alright, well I only need one. He said he needed it. Like, you live here, pal. What do you need it for? Yeah, general store. I bet it's spenny in these gaffs. Required a map. You can tell absolutely nobody walks around here, because when I told her to get this map, I was like, oh well, which way is the best, you know, for me walking? And she didn't have a clue. And she was one of them with a bloody cowgirl hat, sheriff job. But never mind, we're going on an adventure. This is going to be good fun. This is a right trail we're on here. Might see a big grizzly, you never know. So where I am now, in Yellowstone, is basically, this is the Grand Canyon of Yellowstone. And as you can see...
Not either. It's pretty high.
The main attraction. Of course.
You know the best one?
Right, I've just wandered back to camp. Put my jumper on, make some tea, and then, not immediately, but I'm going to get an early night tonight, and we're up early to go to this Hayden Valley. Right. It's 4:42. It's very cold, but we need to make a move. Right guys, it's 5:15. Look at, oh my god, look at the elk. Oh, there's loads of elk there. I don't know if you could see them in the dark, but this is prime time. We've got to get to this Hayden Valley. It's about 7k, so we're gonna get there sharp. We have lost visibility, so we're just gonna keep going until we get to the valley. I'm not sure where it is. I thought it was like 7k, but I've just done 7k, so maybe it's a little bit further. There's a car parked here. This could be it. I can just see a van in the distance. Oh, there's a few vans. They might be fishermen, but yeah, this is where we're gonna. Oh yeah, it's here. There's loads of cars. Excuse me. Do you know? Is this the Hayden Valley?
Yes.
Yes. All right. Cool.
Right at the beginning of it.
Right at the beginning. Where do you recommend that I stop and wait for the wildlife to take some photos?
Right here.
Oh, here's a good spot.
There's a carcass, bison carcass in the water right across.
So about 50 yards behind that tree, we've got a grizzly. And obviously, when the mist drops, we're going to see even more. You can just see it. I'll get it on the long lens. Right, so this is the scenes currently. It's so cold. I can't feel my feet. It doesn't matter. But yeah, this is where we are. There's lots of cars turning up now. The mist still hasn't cleared. This woman here is letting me use a spotter. which is one of those. You can see the sun, but yeah, hopefully soon.
Where are you guys from?
Iowa.
Okay, that's right. You already told me that.
Yep.
After watching the bison hold up some traffic, we were then lucky enough to see a different one do a full river crossing. I don't know how these things can swim, and it doesn't look pretty, but it made it across.
Stay behind the van now, Charlie, so
Yeah.
you don't get yelled at.
I was also lucky enough to see a wolf on the other side of the river that I got a quick photo of. Panoramic view. This place is absolutely special, by the way.
We're back on the move now, alongside Lake Yellowstone, which is absolutely huge, by the way. Incredible view of the mountains.
Tell you what, we've gone for the old trustworthy. $2.69. I'm actually surprised it's that price. I was quite happy with that, considering where we are. This is my site, so you've got like I've got food storage, I've got a bloody power grid, I've got a bench, barbecue, fire pit. Yeah, so it's not bad. Like, it's not like particularly flat, I'm not gonna say. Let's see if I've got a flat bit over here. Like, this looks like it might be the flattest little bit here, so this is probably where I'm gonna put the tent. Yeah, it's big actually, because it's mine all the way to there, so I could just put it over there, or yeah, it's not bad. I just woke up, it's so cold. It's better. Okay, so today's plan is, wow, great view by the way. Today's plan, we're just going to go and have a look at the West Thumb Geyser. Once we've been to this geyser, we're just going to, I've got nothing on, so we'll come back, grab all the stuff, and then we'll head to Grand Teton National Park. Guys, one thing I want to touch base on while I'm just cycling to this geyser. One of the most common questions I get asked is, how do I afford to travel like this? How do I afford to cycle around the world? Like, how much money do you have? Well, it's really simple. Let me explain what's happened the last 4 days. So, when you're a cyclist, you can camp at 90% of the campsites in Yellowstone for $11 a night. And I've spent 4 nights here. So that's $44. Before I came into the park, I went to a supermarket and I got 4 nights and 5 days worth of food, and it cost me about $25. Don't get me wrong, I don't eat luxurious, but it's enough to get by. So $69, that's all it's cost. Like, I've not bought any cups of tea. Oh, I bought some sweets yesterday for $2. So $71 for 4 nights and 5 days in Yellowstone National Park. Like, that's how you do it. That's how I have managed to keep going for so long. And I know a lot of people question the food that I have, because I tend to just have oats, tuna and spaghetti, and that's pretty much it. But my theory, like, it just works for me, where I save as much as I can on food and accommodation, and then I'll spend on activities. Welcome to the West Thumb Geyser. yeah, it's an impressive backdrop. This is the largest geyser on the shores of Yellowstone Lake and one of the few places in the world where geothermal features sit right beside a lake. The lake itself was formed by a volcanic eruption approximately 174,000 years ago, causing the ground to collapse. When the ground collapsed, it created a thumb shape, and that's where it gets its name from. This one definitely, I know the last one that I went to was like the biggest one. It's definitely not quite as impressive, but it's still cool.
I'm just about to go through the south entrance now. So yeah, my time in Yellowstone has come to an end. What an absolutely unreal experience. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you soon.